Netherveil, neon burns, shadows bites. Welcome back to the gutter, detective. You know these streets better than your own reflection, but let's see if you still got the chops. Wind it or hold the right button and drag. Okay, no. Double click anywhere for hyper skate mode. Yes, his boots have illegal mods. Don't ask. Slide the map around. Exploring locations. Open spots glow with icons. Thanks cyber breadcrumbs. Click he autopilots there. Sit back and enjoy the ride. One visit ain't enough. Places change every visit. Come back later and it might not look the same. New dice, new loot, new danger. Reynolds house. Propaganda poster number 4. That's the bar, which is where we're leaving. Detective office. Echo, no idea what that is. The statue. Propaganda poster. Let's go straight to the... This is along the way. Random encounter. Cold milk vibrates in this... Cold mic, so that's the phone, vibrates in his pocket. A low buzz that has no business showing up at this hour. He checks the screen. Decay. He freezes. 3 years. 3 years since the fight. Since I never want to see your wreckage again, Howard. Oh, wow. Not a word. All this time. If she's calling now, it's life or death. Or it could be a butt dial. Huh. Ignore it. Her fingers lingers. 3 years? Come on. Her daddy died a few months ago, and she's... No, we're not doing this right now. We'll see if she calls again. His finger lingers, hesitating for a second before rejecting the call. Cold? Maybe, but not as cold as the time she left him. And this, I never want to see your wreckage again, is crazy. She needed you, Howard. You failed her. Again. Shut up. His cold mic starts to vibrate once more. A faint unease fills his chest. A premonition, maybe. Her call feels urgent, hopeless. Pathetic. Let's pick it up. It's me. Look, I wouldn't call if it wasn't bad. I don't know what to do. I need you. Please. She's scared, more than scared. Genuine terror. The line clicks off. A location pin appears on the screen. Scarlet Needle Tattoo, Maglev District. You don't gotta pretend you didn't hear it. The alley smells suddenly of her perfume, a ghost memory he thought he buried. Also, there are auto saves now. Oh, it was not in the demo. But it's close to our office, so it's not too... I have to pass it up to go here. Fine. I should have just left her. The streets here are quieter, not peaceful quiet, predatory quiet. Howard stands across the studio, half lit by a flickering neon sign. Scarlet Needle. Are you ready to see her again? A guttural moan tears through the silence. He isn't, but we have bigger problems. He pushes inside, gun instinctively half drawn. DK turns, her eyes lock onto his, wide, stunned, tears streaming down both cheeks. Behind her, a girl crouches on the floor, body convulsing. Blood spills from her lips, but it's the arm that draws the eye. Etched into her forearm, the ink isn't sitting on the skin. The ink isn't sitting on the skin. Sitting on the skin. It's burrowing, coiling, thrashing, trying to digest her radius. 3D, where's the artist? Oh. Panic helps no one. We stabilize her first. She wipes her face and nods, trying to steady her voice. Yeah, okay, focus. Help her, please. What's her name? We know this is a current girlfriend from the demo. We've been together a while. I can't lose her, Howard. I just asked her name. I didn't ask that. Howard steps closer. The ink squirms under Yara's skin. Oh, she said Yara. Like it's being pulled from inside. Spectral sight. Boost on, see the ink's true form. It floods the vision. But instead of a clean geometric tag that usually cage and abstract, the pattern beneath the Yara's skin flickers like a corrupted signal. Her arm spasms as the thing buries deeper, avoiding the green overlays. Scour the workstation. Look for the specific ink or tools used to inflict it. We need 4. We have a +1. Okay. I need to read what that does. Yeah. Even if we get all 1s, we beat it. I keep forgetting top and bottom freaking counts. Son of a gun. Success. Howard snaps on the latex glove. He rifles through the spilled ink caps, needles, and used tissue. I need to make a note of that. There, sitting amidst the filth, that doesn't look like tattoo equipment. His fingers close around a heavy brush chrome cylinder. A PID containment vial. Interesting. How did this end up here? Take it. Empty for now. Take Yara's hand. Speak gently. Try to reach the abstract. Howard kneels, taking Yara's shaking hand. His gaze drills into the writhing ink devouring her skin. I know some of you understand words. Withdraw now and we negotiate. The ink doesn't answer, but she does. Her voice slipped out between clenched teeth, every word soaked in pain. I shouldn't have come here. I just thought maybe a fresh start would help. Veins of black ink shoot violently up her arm, seizing her shoulder. Stop, you're making it worse. Stupid, I ruined everything. I'm sorry, D. Stop. There's a rhythm to the growth. What is triggering it? Come on. There we go. It spikes every time she talks about herself, the guilt. That's what it feeds on. Her regret fuels it. Tell DK, oh my God, I'm running out of stuff. Tell DK to make her recall a memory she doesn't regret. I'm about to blow this arm off. Two zeros. Howard's lock eyes with DK. She hesitates, then cup Yara's face, forcing her gaze away from the pulsing ink. Look at me. Remember the protest when you threw that brick through the new Genesis limo? The ink slows, drawing inward like it's listening. Felt good. I do it again. Damn right you would. It was fucking glorious. It's weakened. Use a sterile needle to puncture the ink, and I'm not using other dice, and drain it. He reaches for a sealed needle from the tray. He grips Yara's wrist, twisting her arms into a light. He punctures the tattoo at its darkest knot. The abstract gives away instantly. It rushes out, thick and iridescent, defying the viscosity of normal ink. It coils around the steel needle, desperate to leave the host. Oh, the vial. Guide the flow into the containment vial. Seal it. Positions the vial. Howard positions the vial beneath the needle. A thick strand snaps free and drops into the vial with a wet sound, then another. Howard tilts the needle, patient, forcing the flow. The rest of it slides down in slow, reluctant ribbons, pulling inside the vial like spilled oil. He screws the cap shut, trapping the abstract, and slides it into his coat. Full PID vial. Thank you, Howard. Seriously, I didn't know who else to call. Next, get her somewhere clean. He turns to leave, but she grabs his arm. A quick, desperate squeeze. Her hand is warm, familiar. Hey, you know where to find me. Don't be a stranger, okay? Howard looks at her hand, then meets her eyes. There's 3 years of heavy air between them, but he's too tired to clear it tonight. He gently pulls his arm away. Take care, DK. Okay, we've done it. 1 XP, you fixed what you could. He pushes out into the Maglift district. The rain has started again. Cold iron water slicking the streets. He stops under the awning. He cups his hands and lights another puff. The smoke fills his lungs, hot and gray. He lets the burn settle in, staring the ghost of her touch back into the dark where it belongs. Okay, let's go to our office. Digging deeper. Okay, but first. +3 to spectral sight. Passive modifier. Interesting. Okay, anything else that has a modifier? No. What? Okay, I need to look to see what's the reason for the bureaucratic dice. Accepted a NVPD filing case. Critics call it legalized bribery. NVPD calls it process optimization. The die calls it Tuesday. It is the nudge in the system that ignores merit. Small, unremarkable, but enough to turn a denied into an approval pending review. Officially, it improves efficiency. Unofficially, it improves outcomes. +1 to the final result. Okay. Rain cleans the Howard's coat as he steps inside. The case folder mocks him from the desk. Beside it, a mug of coffee sits cold and neglected. The coffee's been sitting long enough to make friends with the desk. Don't think it's going to do you any favors now. Big mug hug. Okay. He lifts the mug, tilting it slightly and watching the liquid swirl as if the answers might float to the surface. Set it aside, face the file. He sets the mug down, sliding it to the desk edge. The folder is still there, waiting for attention. Every file is a life undone, echoes of choices you owe them. The longer you sit there, the colder the trail gets. Open the folder. Start with what you know. Howard pulls the folder closer. Inside, a jumble of photos, reports, and scribbled statements waits to be sorted. Horoscope. Say a silent prayer for the souls of the departed. Howard lowers his head, closing his eyes in quiet reflection. A silent prayer forms in his thoughts, a gesture of respect for the lives lost and for the questions they left behind. May they find peace. When he lifts his head, a calm determination takes hold. Yay, another experience. Compassion as its own kind of experience. He turns back to the cover, ready to uncover the truth behind these senseless deaths. Question. Am I upping this somehow, or does it not matter? I have no idea. I'm gonna just guess there's like a tally or something. Examine the Izo Agura case. Izo Agura. Izo Agura, Serena Cobb. And Atlas Corvez. Let's do Izo. Howard pulls the Izo Agora file, flipping it open. A mess of reports, photos, and dive logs spilled onto the desk. Examine the crime scene photo first. 32. Howard lifts the grainy photo. Azura slumped in his chair, neural bridge still clamped on. Cable threads into his approval? A half-eaten nutrient paste rests nearby, smeared across the desk. He was mid-bite. Something cut him off fast. Read the witness statement. The neighbor's statement is cold and empty. Lived next door to Agura for a while. Don't have much to say. He kept to himself, never caused trouble. Either the witness didn't care or they were choosing their words carefully. Last time I saw him, no idea. Maintenance went in after his rent auto payment failed. Door was still locked from the inside. He died while eating? Analyze the dive log. The log shows Azura running a recursive scan on his own neural archives. So he was just running a scan. So why do you think it's a suicide? Assessing sensory logs, foreign signature detective, data fragmented, unrecognized inscription running bypass, neural feedback surge, emergency user force shutdown. He frowns. Agura was digging through his own mind. The session ends with a self-termination. No eternal triggers. He overloaded after this? Why abort mid-dive just to fry yourself? Check his background. 32 independent net finder, lived alone, no registered family or emergency contacts, finance stable, no debts, low profile, clean record. What's a net finder? There we go, net finder. An expert who infiltrates secure networks, bypasses advanced encryptions, and extracts data from restrictive digital layers. Much like the hackers of the past, they exploit the vulnerabilities of the net. Though the stakes in Netherveil are often physical as well as digital, high-level practitioners often use gang fang booths for direct interfacing. Just another ghost in the system until he wasn't. Check the autopsy. The autopsy says what he expected. Self-induced neural overload, no sign of struggle. All right, so he was neural overload. But one thing jumps out, a crumpled note in Agira's pocket. He said it would help, that I felt lighter. I trusted him to fix me. Now I don't know what's left of me. He trusted someone to fix him. What if they did? What if this was the result? He got played. The more Howard looks at it, the clearer it gets. They used him up and tossed him. He stops looking for a mystery and accepts the truth. The system is simply doing what it does best. Save Agira's case to your archives. Read it later. Howard lets his eyes move across the file without stopping for long. The dive records, the grainy crime scene photos, and that honey crumpled note. He takes it all in once and lets the neural archives do the rest, capturing every page, every line, every ugly little detail for later. Scene complete. Where is that? Okay. Lives alone, found dead. Locked from the inside. Oh, that's fine. Okay. He shoves the physical folder away. It's sitting firm in his long-term memory now. The Atlas Garvez case. He flips over the file, scanning the first few pages. Atlas Garvez, tech doc, found dead in his workshop. 40. Found dead in his workshop. Review the autopsy report. But actually, it's crime scene photos. He picks up the first scene. Carvez is slumped in the corner of his workshop, his lips blue, fingers frozen mid-claw at his throat. A trail of dry blood stems from his nostrils. The workbench nearby holds a half-assembled boost, tools scattered, and an overturned biogel vial. He died mid-repair, no signs of a fight. Review the autopsy report. He flips to the autopsy report, focusing on the key details. Nothing unusual stands out. Cause of death: asphyxiation due to biogel expansion in the airway. Biogel expansion. External trauma. Deep scratches along the neck and chest, self-inflicted. No traces of drugs, alcohol, or sedatives. Examine his personal notebook. Howard picks up Garvez's worn, grease-stained notebook. Its pages crowned with repair logs and client quotes. Routine until the final entries, ink blotted, letters slanting wildly as if written mid-tremor. Last page, bottom corner. If it happens again, I have to tell someone. Check the last recorded conversation. Reveal months of calls to a private line, some clipped exchange. The same time tomorrow, progress takes consistency. He lowers the file, turning the detail over in his head. Huh. Examine the Serena Cost case. 38. A corporate executive for Ectovision died after jumping from the balcony of her luxury high-rise apartment. And you are executive at Ectovision. Examine the crime scene, that's always first. Serena's body lies contorted, hips dislocated, limbs twisting beyond human limits. Her shattered skull spills brain matter across the pavement. Smeared like something crawling in its final moments. Howard's stomach knots. Oh man. Check the autopsy notes. He flips to the autopsy report, looking for anything unusual. The cause of death is obvious. Blunt force trauma from a high altitude fall. The injuries are exactly what you'd expect from that kind of drop. Nothing more, nothing less. Review the security footage report. Howard flips through the security report, eyes moving over the transcript. Her balcony railing is low, merely waist high, easy to climb, just as easy to trip over. At 2:14 a.m., Serena Cost walked onto her balcony, stood motionless for 6 minutes and 32 seconds. Then she stepped forward, calm as a sleepwalker. Oh, wait. Okay. So... Huh. So 2:20? One detail catches his attention. 2:20:46 incoming call. Unknown call, and at 2:20:48 she stepped forward. So they all were talking to unknown somebody. Someone reached her at the last second. Whoever it was, they didn't try to stop her. Skim the witness statement. The household assistant, a maintenance bot, synced to her approval log metrics 24/7. Routine, vital, steady, except at 2:20, serotonin spiked to lethal levels. No physical trigger. A neighbor statement. She stood out there for hours. Even in the rain, she wouldn't move. She liked the wind. She said it made everything feel lighter. Howard sets the file aside. Serena Cost isn't leaving his head anytime soon. Another XP, pulled from the ink-stained papers and sleepless hours. He leans back and rubs his eyes. Hours of reports, interviews, and autopsies later, the case still refuses to make sense. Rain crawled down the windows in uneven trails. For a moment, he just listens to the city, to the hum of things moving unseen. His fingers tap against the desk. Slower now. He needs another angle, someone who sees things differently. If only she was here. She always knew where to start. His limbs grow heavy. The words on the files blur together. Just a minute. He just needs a minute. The rain whispers against the glass as his head forward, hitting the desk. Sleep drags him under. I hope they're not talking about DK. I'm not asking her for help. Oh, I did not realize I was supposed to be moving. What in the world? What in the world? What is that? What am I supposed to be looking at? Oh, I'm supposed to be moving. Oh my God. Can you wake up inside a dream? I didn't. Wow.
Howie.
Wait, what?
You're tired, right? I can play with the pieces. You're gonna fall anyway.
Well, I was not expecting.
The dream is an interface.
It's leaking again. No more processing, no more waiting. We act now.
What is happening?
And yet we endure. Because we must. Otherwise, there's no difference between us and the ones we fight.
Are they the stars?
The way his thoughts circle, never landing. He knows what's there, he refuses it. He's lying to himself.
The faces. The next morning, questions and answers. A dull ache settles in Howard's neck, the kind that comes from falling asleep in the wrong place. Please redo my... I did not. Son of a gun. The stiff leather of his chair hasn't done him any favors, and neither has the pile of paperwork serving as his pillow. Then, a knock. Howard stirs, blinking against the grit in his eyes. His brain claws its way out of a dream and collides with reality. Then another knock, louder. Someone's begging for a broken nose before breakfast. This better be important. A beat of silence, then Rose's familiar voice, entirely unbothered. Who in the world is Rose? Oracle Rose. The Rose? The actual Rose? An oracle and somehow a talking flower, gifted with psychic sight. Rose sees glimpses of a possible future, an ability triggered only when submerged in ice water, a sensation she strangely craves. Fragile enough to need Howard to carry her through the city's decay, strong enough to make sure he doesn't lose his way. Oh, it is. Life and death. Cosmic importance. Or maybe I just feel like dropping by? Open up and find out. Howard exhales, running a hand down his face. So much for a quiet morning. Let her in. You need the help. Who is this person? As Howard opens the door, he's met with a sight he wasn't prepared for. Mysterious visitor. His motives are his own. His timing is always perfect. His presence is never a coincidence. He never speaks. His language is a raised eyebrow, a nod, a sudden placement of his stick, a strip club pole, repurposed to break bones and change fate. So he's protecting Rose now? Standing before him is a man built like a tank. His neon green hair clashing against a tight pink shirt stretched to its limit. In one hand, he grips what looks like a stripper pole, if stripper poles were designed for combat. In the other, he holds a bowl. Inside it, floating like some overpriced centerpiece, is Rose. Howard blinks. Then again, still real. His brows knit together as he stares at the stranger. Well, hello, muscles. The man offers no answers. He stares back with the emotional range of a brick wall. Big guy, quiet. Means he's shy? We should hug him. His silence is either technical discipline or profound stupidity. Before Howard could decide how to handle this, Rose breaks the tension. Pick me up. Unless you want to solve this case with your head up your ass. Howard grits his teeth and does as he's told. The man adjusts his grip on the pole and starts down the hallway, never once acknowledging the conversation that just happened. Can we keep him? No, you're barely qualified to take care of me. Howard drops into his chair and sets Rose on his desk right next to the open case files. I got 100 freaking questions about that guy. Is he mute or just dramatic? We'll meet him again, Howard. Mr. Mystery can answer your questions later. Now, the case. Tick-tock. Howard's eyes drift back to the file spread across his desk. I hate it when the only witnesses are corpses. Don't even act. Oh, come on, Rose. You can talk to them. You have before. Nope, absolutely not. I'm not your Ouija board. Then give me another option. The files are dead ends. You think I enjoy digging through the dead's memories? It's not a party trick, Howard. It hurts. You know what? They're screaming, Rose. If we don't listen, who will? All right, I won't ask again. If it hurts, we'll find another way. That's uncharacteristically gentle of you. Howard leans back. The files glare up at him. Then something clicks. Without a word, he pushes himself to his feet and heads for the kitchenette, essentially a closet with a sink and a freezer humming like a dying alternated. Remote control shells manufactured by Neogenesis. Operators jack in from their couches and pilot them through the city. They work their liver patrol and take the hit so their owners don't have to. Okay. Alright, no graveyard channeling. Maybe we're not completely out of tricks yet. Wait, tricks are we? He yanks the freezer open and wrestles out the ice tray. He slams it on the counter, the frozen cubes cracking under the impact. The ice water vision might get us something. He drops the ice into a glass, fills it halfway with tap water, and sets it in front of her. Oh, okay. Now this I don't mind. Freezing clarity, my favorite flavor. She drops in with a soft plop, her stem shivering with delight. Still, it tastes like frost bit into something dead in there a long time ago, but compared to a graveyard, it's vintage champagne. Focus, Rose. Those people deserve answers. Says the guy who always thinks answers is the brand of whiskey. Quiet. It's starting. She goes quiet. The sarcasm fades. Her petals fold slightly inward as she closes her eyes, and the water stills entirely, save for the ripples spreading out from her stem. I hear a song? A voice. Forcing. Alignment. Absolute. Obedience. It tastes bitter. Like blood. Can you see a location? Rose's petals twitch violently, but her eyes stays locked shut. So much blood. It's dark and it smells like eaten corpse. We're not gonna interrupt because right now she's not seeing it. She didn't answer our question. Oh, technically she kind of did. Let's not interrupt. Nobody wants to leave like a ceremony or ritual. Her eyes snap open. She shakes herself off, shifting in the now lukewarm water. I've got a feeling this mess leads straight to their doorstep. Wonderful. Another group of weirdos with terrible hobbies. Okay, time to knock on the cold's creepy little door. So there's actually a cult. Cults don't, that didn't help us. No idea how that got. Let's go to the propaganda poster. Random encounter. Crash. The sound of shattering glass tears through the static of the rain. It's sharp, violent, and close. Oh wait, they're with us? What the hell was that? You sure that wasn't your stomach finally giving up on you? You'll be relieved if it were. Shame. I was hoping for a quiet walk and zero trauma. Focus on the sound. You know what? Not my circle. Focus on the sound. Howard stops, eyes narrowing as he scans the rain-drenched street. He locks into the source. Cyber sashimi? Sashimi. Raw fish, raw nerves. The manhole. Fighting sign. And even though I didn't explain here, I do know that some things disappear. Cyber sashimi, let's go. Howard steps up to the broken window frame. Inside the restaurant is a wreck. Overturned tables, smashed chairs, soy sauce everywhere. Ugh, the fish smell is assaulting my senses. If you pull me out, I'm holding my breath and pouting and filing a formal complaint loudly. Duly noted. Just try not to pass out on me. Spectral sight. Scan for abstract presence. We just needed two. I literally have a +4. Can I just... Do I have to use a... I don't want to use one. Five. The world shifts into high contrast monochrome as he locks into the figure inside. He haunts for the telltale static of an abstract, the distortion of reality. There is nothing, no spectral presence, just a solid, grounded human. Even if not entirely flesh and blood, Howard's shoulders relax slightly. Go in, end this before it gets worse. Howard pushes the door open. The interior is a slaughterhouse and culinary debris, slashed tuna and sticky rice smeared across the tiles. In the center of the chaos stands Chef Hero, gripping his legendary blade. He looks ready to gut the intruder like a fresh catch. Detective, what you're seeing is a moment of desperation. Neither of them notices Howard. He steps closer, squinting through the gloom until the thief's face comes into focus. Howard freezes. It's Lilith? Who in the world is Lilith? DK's teenage sister, young, clever, and fearless in the way only teenagers can be. Give her a drone and something to chase, and she becomes very hard to underestimate. Her love of sushi is intense enough to blur the line between enthusiasm and criminal intent. What? Analyze the standoff, deduce her motive. I should have used this for the last one. That sucks. I failed. I don't care. Howard strains to filter the noise between the crashing ceramic and Hero shouting. The actual motive is lost. He can't tell if there is a robbery or a grudge match, only that it's getting violent. Hero lunges. Lilith raises her weapon. The time for analysis is over. He needs a non-lethal solution fast. He scans the counter for anything to slow her down. Disarm her with chopsticks. Ugh. Annoying. I really could have just shoot. So this isn't a 1? Oh my, that's a 4. Oh my god. Howard snatches a pair of heavy ironwood chopsticks from the counter. He snaps his wrist, sending them flying like darts. They crack against Lilith's knuckles with a sharp thwack. She yelps, her grip falling as the weapon clatters to the floor. Right move, right moments. Experience gained. Howard's attack leaves her wide open. A flash of steel cuts the air. Hero is there instantly, the razor edge of his Yana Giba hovering millimeters from her throat. I don't want to hurt you. Don't force me. Wow, seriously? You're okay with this? You're just gonna stand there? Howard steps over the wreckage. The fight is over, but the politics are just starting. The law exists for moments like this, or it doesn't. If we believe family can do better. I don't know what happened. You trashed this guy's place. Call DK. Ignores the police frequency and dials a private number. 10 minutes later, a beat-up police bike skids to a halt outside. DK storms in, helmet under her arm, rain dripping from her leathers. No, you called her. Please, just call the cops. Shut up, Lilith. Get on the bike. She shoves her sister out the door, then pauses, looking at Howard with exhausted eyes. You're making it really hard to hit you, Thornfield. We did not know that.